Hello, hello. Oh, it's Friday and it's a happy Friday because I get to be with my sister wife, Nina. Hi,
And I
Nina.
get to be with
How are
mine.
you?
I'm amazingly happy that I get to be with my wifey, Danra. Woo, jeez.
Yes, the energy is already popping, and we've got. This is as goth as I can go. Nina's like, "What's going on there with your black shirt and your black earrings?" I'm like, "Yes, normally I'm wearing 17 colors, like the background of Nina." But I'm feeling inspired. We're going to dig into something, and who knows which dimension we're going to end up in. So I got to be like physically prepared. I got all my dark crystals, and I told Nina, get ready. Who the hell knows what's going to happen, but it's going to be good. And it's related to some Egyptian goddesses that have come through. So, Miss Nina, how are you doing over there spiritually today?
Buzzing, buzzing and ready to channel, they say. So I hear there's meters and energy and a little galacticness if we would like. And it's sparse, but it's meaningful, is what they say. And I got my stones too. As soon as you said that, my little Ruby was like, grab me, grab me. You see her in there?
Oh, it's so cute.
It's so tiny. She's
I
little,
know.
but she's mighty. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like right hand, left
Yeah.
hand, be ready. And I'm like, okay, I got it.
You held that up. You couldn't see, you could like see through your hand to the
Oh,
background. It's
oh
so
yeah.
crazy.
There we go.
She's a true superhero. Oh my God. All right. I got
I'm
my gold
excited.
sheen obsidian and some tourmaline. Let's do that.
Oh, that's
And a
nice.
Merkaba. Little guy.
Ooh,
He cute.
on the left.
Okay, so Miss Nina, first of all, nobody do what we're doing. We're just for entertainment purposes only. I mean, sure, do it, but don't blame us if something happens.
I'm no, not me.
We're
Don't
not
do as I do.
doctors. We're just two very, very good sister friends who might have been wives in a past life, just chitty
We were.
chatting and going to other
We were.
dimensions. But don't,
Yep.
just be
I was
careful.
married to her.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
married to her.
that's what we're going to figure out today. Sweet
That's it.
Nina, because I asked Gerald. We love Gerald from Tarot Stash. You and I both got individual readings from him last week. So if we have time, I'd love to talk more about that because we love him. But one of the questions I asked was, were Nina and I married in a past life? And he was like, you and Nina need to figure that out. I'm like, well, I think we know already. I just wanted affirmation.
Outside perspective.
Yes, but I think that is, I have a little theory, a little path that we could possibly follow, and it all has to do with the Sophia Code, which
Which we
both
are
of us
reading.
have to be reading. So, Nina, do you want to give your perspective of the Sophia Code so far? Because I think we're almost at the same point in the book. We haven't, I'm through two of them, and I think you said
Yeah,
you're
you're through
one.
two. I'm only through
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
So the Sophia Code was it's for me, it's rewiring my belief, not belief, but way of phrasing and the way and my perspective. It honors for me more of a feminine, there's an honoring of the feminine creator.
Mhm.
And it's an embodiment in the words that it's using and in the attainability that we have. There is a lot of repetitiveness in the words that it's saying, but for me, what they told me was because I'm reading it and it's like, well, I already heard this, and they were like, but you didn't hear it in this way. And it's
Mhm.
so that it could hit in different areas and different perspectives. So they're saying it in multiple ways so that your whole body understands it. And then to introduce ascended masters and and the functionalities in which they carry energetically and how they would be represented to us in our life as well. And then where do we go from that representation and how we attain that representation in however which way we want. But I'm excited because I can feel the power in the integration I know
Yes.
it's coming. So it's kind of like I want everything to go away, and then I want to be with this moment right here. So yeah, get the same thing.
Yeah, when you read this book, don't expect to like plow through it and then read multiple chapters at a time. You totally after each one need to have I took like 3, 4 days after the Isis chapter just to like integrate and do what was needed. And now we're gonna oh, I got a good theory out of this, Nina. I started buzzing when I was reading the Hathor thing. And anyway, here's a picture. I've got the Priestess Oracle, which is this beautiful oracle, and this
Oh
is
yeah.
Sophia. So, the divine feminine, source mother, sacred
Oof,
wisdom, elevation. Yeah,
that
like,
yellow
ooh,
feather,
yeah, this
that
is
yellow feather up top.
mhm. Okay. And there are seven divine feminine goddesses, etc. in this. So there's Isis, Hathor, Green Tara. Do you think it's Tara or Tara? It's a Buddhist. She's Buddhist.
However, it
Mother,
comes to you naturally.
yeah, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Woman, and Sophia Dragons. Okay. So Nina is in Isis chapter. Now, this is
Mhm.
important because randomly Nina and I were paired together in our mediumship group, and I was like, has Isis been coming to you? And here's Isis, just in case gorgeous. And compared to Hathor, there's different things on their heads, but they seem to like overlap. But Isis is magic, divine sovereignty, transformation. It's like Isis seems to be around you. And how would you describe how Isis has been hanging out?
Yeah, just like she'll,
Yeah.
yes, I'm coming. That's me. Yeah, like, I could feel her presence. Um, I know she's waiting for me to be ready for her. And like this today or tomorrow will be the day that I finish that chapter, but I wanted to do it within the flower moon after I started to read it, um, just because I want to honor her. Just like give her that grace, and little things here and there have been falling in my lap, like a candle in the shape of Isis, and
Oh,
then this, yeah, and it's all in red, and she wants me to watch it burn from beginning to end, kind of similar
okay.
to Beltana or Beltane for everyone. Today is Beltane, celebrated from dusk till dusk. Um, but that is these little intricate things that she throws in my lap to be like, this is going to honor me, or this is for me. I got a smudge candle. I found this little bundle of sage to burn with 2 flowers on it and a cinnamon stick. And it's just all these embodiments of elemental reference. I feel it's her. It's like gave me a saying, but I'm not sure it's going to make sense to everybody else. A divine grace deposit.
Oh,
Um, that's what they're. It's kind of like decorating the scenery for people, for the soul, like a path to follow a little bit. But she's just showing me like the setup. Um, so I'm excited for the embodiment. I have so much respect for the energy, just general deity energies as well. I believe that I held a place of like Mercury, the messenger, of being able to carry the information out. And so that's kind of the forever position I have when I'm presented with higher entities. It's kind of like
mhm,
I, I I know I'm not above you or with you, but I know that I'm respected as a elemental soul here. So
mhm,
I don't have, there's so much, I don't know how to explain this. There's so much matching here. Like I am honored as a soul just as much as I honor them as a soul when we're near
mhm.
each other, when I'm confronted with the entity. So that's my, yeah, that's my embodiment of that.
Wow. So for the Sophia Code, if people read it, there's like the first part of the chapter kind of describes each entity, and then there's key codes at the end of it. And the key codes are very high vibration. And you are meant to kind of either say it out loud or have an altar or something. So it sounds like Isis is kind of presenting the things that maybe you can do when you're reading those key codes, like light that candle and have a point of focus and things like that. Is that how you planned on using it, or?
And that's not how I planned on using it. And that's exactly how it came to me too, just like reading through it and then like feeling the need to stop and then kind of tap in and then being shown like not yet or stop right now, come back later. I get those feelings. I get those hits of okay, it's time to stop now. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, don't go anymore. Okay, stop. And
Yeah.
then they want me to prepare a little bit more for whatever is coming up next.
Okay. So you're going to have to tell me if we're going to go too far then, or is today the day? Because I feel like we're
So
supposed to do this today.
yeah, we're supposed to do this today. This is buzzing. That's like in my head, I can see the two daisies, the dried daisies that are on the sage bundle that I have at home. And
Mhm.
it's like they just keep going like that. So yes, this is the day.
Yeah. I see her standing next to you, kind of like this. She's like smaller to me. Like she presents as like mighty, but smaller. Like, um,
Human is how she shows me herself. Um, she's very thin. I can see her arm, but she does come to me as human. Okay, cool.
ding.
I was like, "Are you right next to me?" And then it dinged. I'm all okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right next to me, so shoulder to shoulder. So she presents herself as like to show me to be less intimidated by the
Yes.
energy. Like, yeah.
But I see her with like swirly burlies coming up around her. Like normally there isn't that, but today she's activating. So today is the day. And just for people who hear this dinging, this is called a dead bell. And we often use this in our mediumship classes, but it basically just reads if there's EMF in the air and not to do your cell phone or whatever. Spirit tends to just punctuate points with it. Ding, oh, is there a spirit next to me? Ding. Okay. Well, there we go.
I need one of those definitely.
Okay. So here is where I think that we're going to figure out that we were either married or actual sisters here, because
Mm-hmm.
the Isis is definitely coming to you, right? And
Yeah.
she's all about fertility, magic, loyalty, motherhood, protecting the dead, rebirth. And you had said right before we get on this call that there's going to be mirrors, and that's what she does: mirror and recognize your own power.
Okay, that is so funny. Yeah, she's like, there's gonna be mirrors around the corner, and I'm like, what? She's like, mirrors around the corner. There's mirrors. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
And I was looking through that chapter to figure out which part to read to you, and it brought me to 77, which is my number, my lucky number. So I thought it must be good. So
okay.
I don't know where you are in that chapter, but I was thinking about reading some of it to you and doing some light language to help you really come close to her. And we'll just see what happens.
I would love that. And before we start, I just want to tell you, right when you started to talk and you said we're going to figure this out on what I was, they immediately show me holding your hand. I'm behind. I'm like this, holding a hand. So like my place was beneath you, but we can find that out later. Find out more later, but that's what they showed me right when you said that. You're going to discover this. It's like my hand is holding onto your hand. You're leading me, looking back at me, but I'm still below you like
Well, if my
that.
theory is right, that might be because Hathor is Isis's sister and she's the older sister. And so that might be, and in real life, I'm older than you. I think am I the oldest one in our little group? I think maybe. Like, I don't know about,
I
I
don't think
mean,
so. Diane, I'm 43.
okay.
I'll be
I'm
43.
I'm 49. Okay, so I would be like the big sister in this scenario. So maybe that's it because there's certainly
Yeah.
no hierarchical difference. It's more just like age or something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So I'll also explain my theory about Hathor also. Would you rather that I do that now or just go into the activation while we're already kind of priming ourselves for it?
I'm good with. Why don't you tell us about it first before we start?
About Hathor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Hathor is chapter 2, and here she is. She's called like the sky cow goddess. Um, and pure love, creative expression, nurturing embrace. So she is the daughter of Ra, who is the sun god, who got um, upset that people weren't, worshiping him in the same way. Well, sorry, ladies, you guys can yell at me if I'm not saying this the right way. And when I was reading this chapter, I was like, why am I buzzing in the same way that I buzzed with Sekhmet? Like, am I swapping goddesses? Like, am I
Right.
going from Sekhmet to Hathor? And
Uh-huh.
then I read about it. Sekhmet is Hathor. Hathor, the joy, love, beauty, music side,
Uh-huh.
is the daughter of Ra. When he gave her that call to go, make people
Regulate.
submit and
Mm-hmm.
regulate, she turned into Sekhmet. So I was like, oh my God, I was buzzing. So I was like, it's the same one. I can't believe it, which is confusing. So when I was reading it, I was like, even now I'm getting like chills up my arm. I was like, I've done this, or this is me, or this is really familiar. Why? And now it's because Sekhmet, she went and destroyed everything. So Sekhmet is a lioness. She is what Hathor turned into, and fearless, and she's been coming to me, and I'm kind of scared of her. But now she said, "Don't be scared," and now I stand up and I hiss at her, and she did this disembodiment thing where my skin fell off, and she ravaged it, and that means you were done with old Danra. So like, there's a lot of energy behind this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Hathor, okay, Dead Bell.
They
Yeah,
mean it.
yes, and that whole chapter was about like Star Nations.
Oh, sorry about that.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about that.
I thought it was the gods talking to us directly.
No, no, it's just background noise. Sorry. So sorry. Jeez.
Okay.
We're gonna drink water.
Okay. I'm trying to wait to see because something, your eyes are all glittery.
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. Anyway, so I think this is where we literally might have been sisters, Nina. And it
Yeah,
is confusing because Hathor was supposed to be like Ra's mother, daughter, and wife. So they all
right.
like intermingle. So when we say we're sister
Mm-hmm.
wives, I really feel like it could be true.
Yeah, no, that's what I got. That's what I got right away. It was like, oh, this is uncomfortable. How do I tell somebody that I'm your wife? It's like you don't walk up to a stranger and be like, excuse me, I know you don't know me, but I know you. We've been married. It's like, yeah, that was very different, but it was very matter of fact in my body. So
Hmm.
it's like, how do I, it's like knowing to put my foot in my shoe and, to push my foot all the way in. It was like a natural knowing. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So are you up for going to Egypt with me? Because
Oh,
Isis
I'm
and
there.
Hathor. They, do you know the name of the temple where they are?
No.
Dandara, which is what people called me when they can't say my name. Dandara.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Weird?
Oh my goodness. Actually, just
Okay,
like it's
so
not weird that I was your wife.
yeah, Dandera. So anyway, and then you and I happen to be reading this book at the exact same time. Not a coincidence. Okay.
I already know where to go.
Okay, good. Where? What? Who, why, how?
And we're near water. There's a water source
The Nile is nearby. Yep.
near this dry area. Yeah.
Do you
It's
do you see Sekhmet and Hathor there too? Or all three of them there, or just Hathor and Isis?
on top. There's two.
Hmm.
I'm looking up and seeing it though. I'm in the Nile, not in the water, on the sides. In the grooves that drop down into, there's steps that I am down. I know how to get down. Oh, it's like an honoring. If you grab the water this way, it was like a sacred water, but it's at the feet of them in honor of them. And crawl back
Yeah,
up. Man, I want
it feels
to.
ceremonial already.
Yes, I think I said that to you earlier, how they were showing me the messenger of the Zeus, who was a messenger of the Egyptian gods as well. There's a busybody there with wings. But then,
Did you say busybody with wings?
yes,
I have birds outside my window, and one just flew right in front of me and did this, like floated there for a while. And I was like, oh, interesting.
I can feel that. There is, yeah, there was that third one.
Okay,
But is it
so does it still feel aligned that we are together on the edge of the Nile and there's water behind us, sand in front of us, Isis and Hathor together?
Yes.
And there's a lot of key codes here, but I'm focusing on the ones about self-confidence and sovereign power.
Okay.
I just feel that that's what we're supposed to do. And then, yeah, I'm definitely feeling some light language coming through. And my other theory is that Hathor is Atara because she's from Sirius. Sirius ETs are blue. And Tar means tree of life and queen in Hebrew. And she's shapeshifted. So, like on Earth, Hathor looks like something, and she's different in Sirius. And I just believed that she was, that's my first light language.
Um, oh, how cool I am. So Wow. And then if you were to take that perspective and what you just said, and think about the feeling of the energy that you have, the feeling or the fear of their energy that you had, and now realizing how it came in as a light language and how you actually did attain it that whole time, the
Mm-hmm.
power and the flow of the energy and the message, and how it just came across, and how you actually were doing it the whole time when you thought, oh, you weren't doing it.
Yeah.
My mind's exploding right now. I was like, wait, she was playing the energy the whole time?
Yeah.
Wait, I've been here? Yes, this is making waves. This is clicking like a bridge. Um, Earlier when I took myself back into the Nile to see what I was doing there to gather water, and I looked to my left, I did see you. And what I wrote down was blessed sisters, blessed.
Mhm.
So to carry on, you know how like nuns are created,
Mhm.
um, or those blessed to share the message, those blessed to share the message, honored by the God selected. Hey, I need you to take my practice and whatever you learn from me and carry it, be a voyager of my message. That is part of the blessed sisters.
So
This is
Nina,
what
were we,
we went up. Yeah, I know this looks like weird. This is the Nile going through. These are those things we were climbing up. We went up when I turned. I looked at you. We went up, and then they showed us still beneath them. But it's like we were still climbing up, and they looked over us, and like it was like the whole thing's interacting. Like we are getting what we're supposed to do, and all that. Carry it on and go. It's just like it's like it was just like an automatic knowing, or the reason why. It was like that was the whole reason to go get the water, because we were going to carry it forward. But the message of them to the blessed, they're saying the blessed, not blessed. Um, yeah, go ahead if you're getting stuff. I'm just going to let it trickle in.
well, I'm getting some light language coming through. Um, but I I feel like you're confirming. Are we kind of agreeing that this is the scenario about why we call each other sister wives?
I think so.
Okay.
It's like for like it was so. It's almost like we didn't know that that was going to happen. Though we knew what our intent was. Like same thing with the our underwater plans. We're just like, no, we don't think it's going to work. We'll just let it fall apart. You know,
Uh,
it's one of those, whoops, one of those plans. So this plan was, this is what we believe in. This is what we carry. This is what carries us. So we need to move this forward. And so blessed water, we go down to the Nile on our way up, presented with there, Hathor on the right. Yes. So and then we it's like we were looking up to just go start our own thing, and then we were like, oh, and they were like, yes, yes, and yes. I can't hear words. I just see very much so like stunned fear. But then like like the holy moly fear, and then it's kind of just like Acceptance. It feels like we're going like, no way, no way, no way, and it's like, yes, 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 and then the acceptance, and then there's a leveling. There's a yeah. Right after that, it's like, now we feel it. Now we feel it. We've been, and now we feel it, and then now we're like, oh, it was in us, and this is what it is now. And then they're showing me these.
Yeah, I'm hearing embodiment.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm so happy.
We didn't even have to go far.
Well, I still think there's something here because, like, when I read
Yeah.
the Hathor chapter, like, I had to sit outside and just stare for 20 minutes after just to even get the buzz coming down. And then it was almost like a scan, you know, like, because they talk about literally your electrons and going from carbon base to crystalline. And
Yes.
I saw like the old electrons being like husks, and the husks like cracked open like popcorn and light flew out of them. And so
Mm-hmm.
imagine that happening with every cell in your body. You know, it was like, okay, now the shit's
Yes.
going down.
Yes, exactly. That's how I felt when I'm seeing that. It's like, that's what I see happening to us, like side by side. It's like, here you guys go. You didn't know, but now you do, because it was in the water.
Yeah, and both of us have been resisting this hardcore, right? Like I've
Very
been
much so.
ducking and rolling away from segment. I mean, Hathor is not nearly as intimidating, but it's the same entity. So really, and I've had my own thing with facing Sekhmet in the face. So I don't know. This just feels like now readiness to accept that this power is here and that we have some role to
Yeah.
transmute it for the greater good. And I want to do that. And I'm really happy to do it with you.
Me too. Thank you
What?
so much. Yes. Love this. Yes. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And so I'm like, yes, I'm down for anything, and I'm good with everything. I'm
Okay.
where I'm supposed to be.
So this is about a page and a half of text here that I was thinking of doing. Um, are you okay that I just go with it and we see,
Yes.
I pause to see how you're doing and we do
Yes.
check-ins? Okay, I'm going to take some water.
Okay, me too.
こねちてこわいひねてわふちわつんてはちねけわとちてかまえてわとしはいはちねてわたいけわちゃいこうんてわたいちゃたわいふねち Through the power of my own forgiveness, I now set myself free from following unconscious beliefs and manifesting their devastating effects in my life, which causes me to fear my personal sovereign power. Uno towe an sinte oke hani chetewe I need to. I forgive myself for allowing the fear of an external God to separate me from my personal power. Uto hinaka iche wa u. I forgive myself for fearing that I will die for embodying my personal power. I forgive myself for suffocating my own voice to prevent the full expression of my personal power. Hute achite wa utoma ueshita hanike we onsete wa hunayete hunayete. I forgive myself for dreading an outcome of isolation, for living in my personal power. I forgive myself for the acts of self rejection and shaming my human body that I committed to blatantly resist embodying my personal power. Kute nakawa ite wa huneke a chite ha ni a tete wai uneke wa uche. I forgive myself for relinquishing my personal power to bless others and myself. I forgive myself for the frightening feelings caused by believing my personal power comes from an externalized place other than the God self within me. Hani te ke wa utsete ke, hani e chete wa uneke, atu e te mahi ke wa u chete mahai. I forgive myself for the terror of believing that if I accessed my personal power, I would hurt others and myself. I forgive myself for the self shaming belief that others have more right to my personal power than I do. Ho te nakawa chi te une te hani te te ke wai a tu hi te wa uchuma hai ye nakai. I forgive myself for incurring debts of poverty from denying my personal power. I forgive myself for the practice of blaming others to distract me from accessing my personal power. Huneke wa utowe chete ani sete wa utowe. Hanike wa chat uto ania. Ania teke weche. I forgive myself for taking refuge in victimhood to defend my limitations and deny my personal power. I forgive myself for blinding my own eyes to the truth of my innate personal power. Hu chenaka wa utowe. Hatike aini e chewa ulsono kewa. Hu tsete wa u chenaka isete. I forgive myself for every belief in soul contract or self agreed slavery to any power outside of myself. I forgive myself for the self rejection of the Holy Spirit within my human form. I forgive myself for the self judgment and doubt that my soul does not belong to me. I forgive myself for the dreadful belief that the sovereign power which created me was outside my true self. Hukena kaite ne ma uto we anite. Hukema ute wa u cheteke inai teke wa uno shekai. Uno shekai te watuno koeche na iko weta. I call forth the Holy Spirit of my higher self to now fill every cell of my body with self forgiveness and the breath of life. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. By the power of three, a perfect trinity, it is done. Huke a chiteke wa uno chawa uke he na ai tete ue cheneka hi ke na utene utsene eteke wa u te mahai tsetaka ue chewa ue chiteke wa une keta wa uche ani te ute hani ke wa uche. Hikana kaise te ke wa uno to ai te sani ke wetawa uche. Hasi.
How about your light language? Just saying the contact before you read it. Your light language is reading ahead. This is an introduction to the next shoulder-to-shoulder entity. So we have one on our left, and our other shoulder will be covered. I'm like, who's the? I'm like trying to squint in my third eye to see who this shoulder is, but like they keep retracting the image. It's like they give me a hint, and the moment I look, they go, can't see who it is. Like they don't. Not yet, not yet. But I can see Isis, and they're like, it's going to be on the other shoulder. This one's going to be on the other shoulder.
So Hathor, maybe?
Maybe.
Or
something about a corner. Yeah, something about a corner. But the other side. Everything that you were saying following your light language was pretty much exactly what you were reading. It was just in shorter phrases. They were giving me, yeah, in the air, the words catch. Ceremony is within you. Connections, roots, replant, power, reroot, groundwork, 3D. Like the things that you were saying were, and I'm like, for the eyes to find you, steps, footing, path. And that was, I forgive myself for like the limiting belief part. I had already written down steps, footing, path, my path forward. Firmness in yourself to bring out the buried energies. A hug, embodiment. And then that's when they started telling me another person to come, another shoulder.
Wow.
Do you have a natural okay, whatever you're doing, no, you have a natural movement you do. There's a movement your body does without you knowing, like maybe something you do or something you shake. Do you shake your foot, maybe? Are your legs?
Yes, I'm constantly moving my legs.
Okay, that is, there's something with that. They were like doing this. You know how when you shake, like you're shaking your hand?
Yes.
They're showing me that's something for you. There's something for you. There's some movement, but they're telling me that is not you. Like that is your green light. So that is how you know. Like green light go. No, green light on. That could probably, it is going to be like medium, high, large. Okay, medium, high. Okay. It's like, I'm like, what do you mean? Like go, like green light go? And they're like, no, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me how to be right. And it's, like you could use that as a, like the earthquake meter.
Mm-hmm.
You would be able to, yeah. Like my hiccup.
Oh. Well, you told me right before we got on the call that you're on a fault line. Please do not fall in a hole 2 seconds after I found out that you're my sister wife. You're not allowed to fall into a hole in the earth, okay?
I promise I won't. I promise I won't. But that happens to be one of my biggest fears too. It's like
Just levitate, or I'll open a portal or something. You just jump
start
in it.
flying.
Okay, bring your whole
Yeah.
family.
I'll just jump right from my soul to your soul. And be like, I'm just gonna go where I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's something with that. So maybe you could use that. You could use that like how I use my like the ding in my belly. I could just like connect to it and just be like, how would you be shaking right now? The way that they're showing it to me, it makes no sense. But I'm like, you can just talk to your shake, huh? Yes. Yeah, you can like talk to your hiccups. Yes or no. JJ's eye.
You got to
JJ's
ding.
eye. Yeah, like JJ's eye. It'll be like a yes no.
Except my legs are constantly shaking. When we were watching us back on the YouTube live, I was like, "What's that bouncing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm moving my legs all the time. Like I can't." And the energy is so
Oh,
high. Like I like transmute energy that way.
yeah. Um, um, give yourself a what are those called? A crystal ball. I use a crystal ball for my. That's how I'm able to just like the Disneyland ride,
Oh,
the Haunted Mansion, and there's the crystal ball with the smoke. Yes.
I use this copper bowl is very grounding. So I'll
Oh yeah. You're gonna
that.
have to like shove that in your belly button.
It
Yeah.
was the loudest ding ever. Like extra ding, like ding.
Keep the copper. Get a copper bracelet.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
would benefit from both sides having copper. You would benefit more from having copper on both sides. A ring
So
on one and a ring and a bracelet. Nothing bigger, nothing matching. It has to be one has to be smaller and one has to be bigger.
so when you were hearing the light language and everything, like I got an impression that it was meant to be transformation, like an
Mm-hmm.
actual uh upgrade slash download slash whatever you want to call it, like
Mm-hmm.
in real time. Did you feel anything like that, or
Yes, it was a whole process. That's what as you were writing these things down, it was as I was writing these things down. Um, it was the process of at the end, another person to come. In the end, I wrote embodiment, um, and to bring out the buried energies. That's what I wrote at the end.
ooh,
So yeah, I wrote down bring out buried energies in firmness and in self is what they said. And then prior to that, it said footing your path. And then prior to that, it says for the eyes to find you. It's like, why am I changing? Why do I need to change? Why do I need to upgrade? Because how will the eyes find you in order for you to share your message or whatever your soul's purpose is? How will they find you? What are you going to do so you listen to the groundwork, the replant, the reroot? I wrote all this as like ceremony is within you, connections, roots, replant, reroot, and do the groundwork within your 3D so that the eyes can find you on your path of bringing out buried energies and embodiment of this new person to come. Yeah, didn't even. Now you're ready. I wrote at the top. These
well,
entities.
Nina, what the hell are we supposed to do with this now? Like,
We have to stop. Okay, what we first have to do is stop thinking that it's coming at us. There's nothing against us. The Eight of Swords. There's nothing against us. Embodiment. This is another embodiment reminder. Okay, that makes sense. We have to set up clearance and remember that in the ground these words live. And in the air, these words get caught. These words live in both places, beneath us and above us. Man, I'm going to need to do a lap after this one. It's buzzing on my left side, and it's usually buzzing just here. I'm getting a buzz here. Very different.
Isn't that interesting that they just said earth and air, and that's what we just figured out our elemental roles are. It lives in the ground and it gets caught in the air.
I love them. I love sitting with you. Jeez, I can't wait to see you in person. I can't imagine what our energy is going to do. I'm literally, I want to wait by the window, just like how we were talking earlier. What's going to happen? What's wrong with you? Oh, the Two of Cups.
Hey, sister wife.
Hey, sister wife, I see you. Okay.
And okay. You know, you're wearing white today, and I'm wearing black, and our hair is the different colors.
Take it all in. Sorry, people. Sorry, not sorry. But this is an energetic champion right here. This is how I feel right now. I feel like an energetic champion. Because this whole time we're really looking at these entities as if they're above us or different than us or separate from us, and like just like each other, to find out, to feel the connection. That's kind of the journey our souls are on already, even with these alternative entities that we're discovering in our 3D. And that just brings me like to so much peace of mind in knowing that, like, tell my people.
I know. Oh my gosh. And this is so hard because then we're going to say goodbye in a few minutes, and I'm going to go over to my shake plate and be like, I'm so filled with supersonic energy, and I'm just going to like watch Traders with my husband.
Yeah.
These things don't match.
Exactly. That's why this, I think that's why they had us, we have to reroute. We have to reground, even in our 3D, and like rebalance this. Just like you said, now there's an embodiment of energy. Now there's an inner knowing of this, So it's like, yeah, this is what we are here to do. And I think that is going to be one of maybe our things that you and I can discuss with other women when they start to discover these divine feminine entities coming forward in their own embodiment, and really not knowing that that's what they're doing, and kind of showing them that they can just, like, instead of just being like this, you can reach out your window and grab it. Like, you don't have to just watch out the window. You can actually go get it. So, yeah, and I think these correlating messages of 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D is in itself another embodiment. So there's so many layers of embodiment in this, and that in itself, I think, is a divine feminine action. It's like, how many embodiments do I have to do before I'm complete? And you don't. You have an endless. Your journey here is what was it like? Embody what always was and what always will be. That's what these journeys are for. Like that. That's how it feels to me. That's how it feels to me. Is that my journey is of embodiment. Embody who I am, embodying the motherhood of the 3D, the childhood, the teenhood, the womanhood. There's all these different embodiments in 3D. Why wouldn't there be in Soul Land? Just wondering.
Can you feel them smiling at us?
Yes.
They're like, fuck it, finally, ladies. Like, geez.
Trying to tell you.
We've been standing
I'm
here
like,
for months.
You're welcome. You can give me my wife back now. You can give me my wife back now. What do we get? But look at what is already set up too for later. Is I get to see you in June, and there's this divinity to the connection too, and that's the going with it, trusting it. It trusts you back.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the messages continue to unfold when you're on that plane of what else do you want to show me? What else can I see over here? It's that trust. Trust comes both ways once they start seeing that consistency. I believe. Yeah.
I'll be really interested when you read the rest of the key codes from that chapter on your own, now that you've experienced. And then when you get to the Hathor, I should probably learn how to say my own name if that's who I am.
How do you like it to sound? That's what they want from you. Okay. How do you want them to call you?
I think Hathor sounds better to me for some reason. And I like that she wears a cow. She's got cow horns because I'm in Vermont and you can throw a stick and hit a cow. So it just it's like,
and it really does go with this moon, with this flower moon in Taurus, my friend.
Oh,
my friend, you're fully embodying this whole imagery in the energies beyond you. Ooh, okay.
Speaking of Taurus, I wonder the relationship with Summer and JJ too. There's something, very special about that group as well. I know that we have our own little separate kind of gig, but that whole connection potentially to the underwater
playground. Yeah. There's a lot of magic over there. There's a rainbow. It's like there's just so much magic in their park. That's how they're showing it to me. Like in their play, there's so much magic because water and fire. You don't know how great of friends they are.
Yeah.
And how much balance they can have. So yeah, I'm very excited about our whole coming together, even just in this. But this fell out. This is the star.
Mm-hmm.
Very beautiful.
Wow.
And you see butterflies.
Birds? What's in the back there? Okay.
Just a gold lay, and there's some butterflies here as well. But this is an amazing tarot deck. I love this tarot deck. This is the moon tarot for anybody who wants amber moon, the amber moon specifically.
Oh yeah,
they were calling out amber. Yeah, the new deck. But very much so called to me. Very much so had me put another box down and say, no, me.
So I was kind of scared what was going to happen today, so I did all the whole goth thing, and that was very easy, I would say, relative to what I thought that Sekhmet was going to come in and do what she normally does or something and just blow our, literally knock us out of our feet. And it was just kind of like the hard work had already been done. So they're just letting us like cross the finish line or something, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. And not only that, it's like they saw you walk through the door dressed in all black and they were like, yes, like, please come in. Yes, you can open this book. Yes, you can read all that. Yes, you can have that. Look at you. You came in with your power. And that's all they want to see in us. a natural, there's a coherence, there's a natural coherence that they're there. We have. So I think embodying that in our everyday and continuing to not find responding weird or off, or, I giggle all the time at some of the things they have to say, or when they remind me, like, hey, remember that one time? And I'm like, oh my God, I do remember. You guys are nuts. Like crazy kids, but having that interaction builds that trust. And just like with every human, if you build your imagination, your intuition will love you for that. Your intuition needs imagination like your heart needs love. Like it needs that. It needs the acceptance of trust in anything that should show up. Your body wants you to trust it. So the moment you just let go and you trust, just like today, I think it'll just respect the honor we have for it and the trust we have for it. Like in our heart, like like our family, like your niece, like she just knows you love her. There's no doubt. It's a natural thing. And that's what they want from us. And so it's like the moment you give that, like, I trust you guys more than I trust myself. They're like, okay, messing everything up, making you think it's bad. It's good, And they play these little games or put us in scenarios to grow us. But in that reflection, you find your true self.
Oh my God.
They're saying it, not me, not they, you say. It's like in the lake, in the water. So remember being selfish, those people that kind of limit themselves from looking at themselves. Don't forget, you can limit looking at your soul too, so don't do that either. Yeah, don't forget about the inner reflection when you're looking at your outer reflection. See beyond that. So, that's always the message between friends as well. See you how I see you.
Mm-hmm.
Basically what they're asking.
Yes. I feel like there's an embedded message for the collective here too, or just any women right now going through this whole I see it as like flipping something over, like a bag of potatoes or something, but like whoosh, it's got this like clunk, and then you have to look around and be like, am I still a bag of potatoes? No, I'm a butterfly or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
Like
I'm a pack of fries. Yeah.
Yeah. How am I supposed to figure out? Like, so you gonna eat me still, or?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. It's a process of discovery. Self-discovery. This is those self-discovery aha moments. Great. Thanks.
God damn you for living so far away.
What are you telling me?
It's my fault too. Don't fall into a hole.
Don't appear online and find me in this world all the way over there. Couldn't you have waited till you circled a little closer?
Please. Oh my God, that was amazing, Nina. And so what am I feeling right now? It's this weird sense of calm, and there's these birds and this chipmunk staring at me. Like I'm having this whole like nature shit outside. Like they're all like, what's going on in there? Something's different. I did talk to a bird yesterday telepathically, and it seemed to listen because it did weird stuff.
What the heck?
What are you gonna
put? Why are you hanging out with me on my porch?
You get birds like that too?
Well, my crows came yesterday for their regular feeding, and I gave them chicken and almonds and blueberries and stuff. Homies for life.
Wow, they are lucky.
Yes, I love them. But there was a little guy. He's starting to like come around. This little guy. He's coming around. He's like getting closer and closer. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? And then yesterday he came and I was like, I feel like we had a conversation.
Yesterday, yes. And he's a little guy. Okay. Okay. Now, did your conversation go similar to, because I called it little guy too. I was like, hey, little guy, I'm sitting here, but it's safe for you to come over. If you want to come over, it's okay. I'm a safe person. And he did this whole like,
Yeah.
and then flew
Yeah.
right there. And then instead of like eating or doing the normal bird things, just kept doing this whole looking at me. And I'm talking. I'm like, so how are you? How was your day? Did you find a good place to put your nest? Like I started saying,
Yeah.
and he,
Yes.
hmm, 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 and then flew away. But it was long enough that I was like, that's not normal bird behavior.
Yes, the bird behind me. I was like, "Are you comfortable? You're comfortable there, huh? Well, you're good if I'm good if you're good, and like I'm good if you're good." But the way that he got so close, and when my husband came out, it flew away, and I turned around, and he's like, "What was it?" Well, there was this bird that got so close to me. I was like, "Do we know each other? Like, did I talk to you?" That's how I was like, "Do I know you, sir? Go away." He's like, "No,
Maybe
you're your wife. I know." No, but my cousin knows your wife. Just spoke to her right now.
maybe that's what we can do. Can we learn to somehow animate birds, and I'll just get myself in there and I'll just perch on your little shoulder and be like, hey Nina,
Say less.
and you can come on a bird to me and be like, hey Deanra, and then we just
Okay.
like, I don't know.
Okay. I'm
Or
gonna admit
portal.
something.
What's that?
I'm gonna admit something. I've already thought about this, and I was like, "What bird flies the longest? what
Okay.
bird? What bird needs to? What bird needs to fly the least to get somewhere?" And so I was like, "Is there a California one? I want to be that bird and don't need no rest. Fly for hours. You're gonna make your way across the United States? Yes, you can." That is that is. I actually did look that up. I was like, "What bird can you reincarnate that needs to fly for 13 hours?"
Well, Hathor, I learned, does a bunch of like quantum stargates, so she can just open a portal, and that will be the most convenient way to travel.
Okay, then that makes sense as to why our energy was so cool today. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this bird just did this fucking weird thing right now. It's so funny how these birds are acting right now. It's like not.
You want
Oh,
to come outside?
oh, oh my god.
What's happening?
He came over, and there's like this little line here. He stayed on the line and was like doing like this, like looking at me through the window. Oh my god, are you already in that bird?
Okay, right when you were saying that, you were like, something's going crazy. I was going to say, yeah, come outside and play with us. And then you're all, like, it's us, come play with us.
That was amazing. It's so amazingly weird.
I love it. Oh, I'm a
Oh,
bird.
oh, oh, oh. Okay, I'm sorry. It's very distracting, but
It's okay. I love it. I
little
love
dude,
hearing.
little dude. Okay,
You
so
remember, I don't know if you remember this, but you and I had a reading not too long ago with the group, and I mentioned birds. And I said, look out for the birds, their messages.
oh
And they
yes,
just showed me that part.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yes.
Don't
Well,
forget.
okay, so I hope this helped somebody else. I know
Yeah,
that this was kind
on
of
a
a
journey.
personal thing because Nina and I have been obsessed with like, were we sisters? Were we wives? Let's figure this out. And people keep saying, talk about it with her. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, we will.
We do.
But
But,
what does that mean? So I
right.
think we did it. We did it.
I think
Hooray.
so too. And
Um,
I just want to say the areas that the Nile River, I had continuously had been having more and more dreams about the Nile River, but it was a progression. So you and I can talk about this a little bit afterwards. But my dreams start out in rough waters where I'm in the middle of the Nile. I'm looking around, the waves are going. Then there's a progression of me living in the rocks that surround the Nile. And then there's oh no, being first in the middle in rocky waters. Second, part of the water people who travel in the water back and forth but sleep on the rocks. And then there were the rock people. So there was a progression of being in the Nile prior to me meeting you. And now I don't have those dreams anymore. So you and I can talk about this later, or later on here, or later too. But the progression of the dream and the Nile and where it led me today is that same place. So the history, I think, was playing in my head prior to us even like really finding the connection. I didn't know what it was, but I have other scriptures where I wrote down dates and the dream. So I'm going to talk to you about that. So,
yeah. Holy shit. All right. This was a productive little soul sister chat. Nice.
Agree. Good job, us.
Yes, yes. My husband is starting to ask more questions about the whole sister wife thing. And I was like, it's just metaphorical, really, but we were actually sisters, and wives in another life. It's fine,
Yeah,
and
we're going to feel it.
What?
I can just feel it. I just know it. It's like matter of fact. Like, I'm sorry, I just know it. Like I told my husband. I told him the same thing. I was like, I just know. Like, I just know you're my husband. That's my mom. I know she was my wife. I was her wife. Like, yeah. I knew that my position is right below hers. It's like, I'm right there. And I'm like, how do I know that? I don't know, but it's great. But I love it.
Well, shall we stop here? Because we do this a lot, because as people, if you're still with us, then
I know. Good for you.
You were a trooper. You really stuck it out. Thank you for watching if you're still here. And, this is clearly, we have a bond that you just can't stop. So we're going to do this every other week. So it was my turn. Next time it'll be on yours. And in June, we're going to meet, and there's going to be some kind of explosion of some kind.
Yes.
The whole seaboard will blow up because Summer will be here. Hopefully JJ and Diane and maybe Lisa and possibly my friend Maria, like a super soul sister synergy. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Because each one of us individually are the strongest women that I know. And so you put all of us in a little pile, and it's like some kind of, I see combustion. Yeah, there's like.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait for this. This is going to be like, I'm going to be like, give it to me.
Yeah.
All of it. Yeah. Like, I just want all of you around me. But yes, we will do this over and over again. And thank you for keeping track, staying on track. Very much. Yeah. Great.
You look like you're getting one more thing. Was there one more thing?
No, they're laying it out for me how we're going to talk next about this stuff.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Nina, my sweet love. Thank you so much. We are clearly at some other level right now. So we need to just come back to earth and grab our crystal balls and get on the shake plate and then just figure this shit out together.
Yeah. Grab your stones. Give me energy. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. I love you. We'll see you soon.
1, 2,